I guess first off, just to answer, you guys were in the championship game last year. What's it like when you can kind of start a new season, kind of on a little bit of momentum as opposed to coming off a bad year?
You know, it makes the kids hungry. Kids hungry. They want to get back there, obviously, but just better result this time.
What's kind of different maybe with this year's team than last year's, or is it kind of a similar type team from what you've seen so far?
These group of kids, they've had success pretty much all the way up through. They really like each other and help out, and they spent a lot of time in the weight room this year, so hopefully it pans out.
And did you guys lose much from last year as far as
Not
key
really.
players?
We didn't lose much last year. We lost a couple key players that everybody knows about, but we're still a young team, really. At the end of the day, we only have a handful of seniors, so it's still a, I hate to say a rebuilding year, but definitely with hopefully higher outcomes.
And guys like I was just talking to Braden Bush, he was at Matter. He was in championship games, all three sports. How does that help when you get people like that have been like in state playoff games and other sports to be one of your leaders on your team?
Well, they can tell the other kids that it really does matter. I mean, it's important. I hate to say winning does matter. The effort is great and effort helps, but to be there and to see that it does pay off it's nice for a kid to be able to tell the other kids that.
I was curious too, just about what looks good so far to you from the early practices you've had.
Just our conditioning. I mean, we're more athletic than we've been as a team than we have in past years, and just they're working a lot. They're working hard.
I was asking you about different areas of the team too. Like first of all, offensive wise, what do you kind of expect to do offensively this year?
Again, I think we're going to be able to run the ball pretty well. I'm expecting that we're going to try and throw. I say that every year, and the kids want to try every year. We do try, but at the end of the day, the kids want to win, and they know our best chances have typically been on the ground.
I was just thinking kind of humorously, if your son's the quarterback, does that put a little bit of pressure on you to want to throw too because he's going to nag you about it at home? Like, how come you never throw any passes?
He would much rather just run the ball from that position. He's seen it growing up through here that passing's nice in theory, but it's hard to do. It's hard to do.
What's it like, by the way, to have a son on the team, especially one at a critical position? Is it? I know you have to treat him like any other guy out here, but is it so kind of special?
It's fun. So luckily I've been coaching football a lot longer than I've had my son around, so that was good. But it's nice to see him come up through. I'm sure I know the kids will say I'm harder on him, which is the way it has to be. But it is. It's a double-edged sword, I guess you could say.
And on offense, who are some of the other guys you'll kind of rely on? Like who's kind of going to be important for you on the offensive side of things?
I think it's Will Varney is going to be big at the tailback spot, and then we have a bunch of other younger guys that are going to be working in there to hopefully, if we can pass, it'll be up to them.
Obviously, losing a guy like Buffum's a good hold to fill.
Yeah, he's carried the load for so long. He's going to be sorely missed. And Cam, leadership role, it's tough. I mean, we've lost guys, but they did a good job of working with these young kids, so I think they're pretty ready.
And last season, asked about the defensive side of things too. Like, who are some of your key people there, and what do you like about your defense?
We're aggressive. Defensively, we were really solid last year. I expect actually to only be better defensively than we were last year. So that's really, I expect them to be even better than last year. We were pretty solid last year.
Who will be some of your key defensive guys? Like who?
Braden Bush, Gavin Mattimore on the defensive line, Phil North D line. We got some good linebackers. Zach's a solid linebacker. We've just got some good experience where we need to have it.
I should ask too about your schedule. I haven't seen it yet. Who's your non-league game against?
We don't have a non-league game. We play Messina twice this year.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna play Messina twice.
Which one counts?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
And is it how's your schedule designed? Like, is it are the better teams at the front or the end, or is it kind of I know sometimes
it's kind of it's other than Messina or Governor coming back, who I know they bring him back, the Schmidt kid. Other than that, I think everybody's going to be pretty even, to be quite honest with you. But we play them second, so I think it's going to be a pretty competitive league.
I guess first off, just going to ask you, how's it feel to kind of be back out here again?
Oh, it feels awesome. We got after it this summer, but it's just good to get back in the field, have everyone here. You don't always have everyone showing up during the season or during the summer workouts, but.
How many days of these practices does it take before you feel like you're back in kind of game shape for a season?
I'd say probably about 2 weeks. Like once you get to that scrimmage time, you'd like to be close to where you want to be for your first game. Especially when you're playing both sides of the ball. It's a lot of conditioning.
And your team itself, I was just wondering what looks good so far that you've seen in practices.
Definitely our linemen. We have a lot of competition up front this year, which is good. Something we haven't had in past years, and definally our linemen blocking.
Is there anything that maybe concerns you so far early on in the year?
Not that I've seen so far. It's all been good, but we'll see. It's a long season. You got to keep everything together.
I guess the last thing I was asking was obviously last year you guys were in a championship game. How much easier is it to kind of start a new season, even though it's a different team, when you have that experience of coming off of being in a championship game?
For sure. Just in Both like football, basketball, baseball, just all of those big games. You know, definitely prepares you going into your senior year to play in those games.
All right.